Good morning. My name is Barry Craig. I live in the metropolitan Detroit area and I own two SeeStar telescopes. And I'm part of a couple of different groups. And I really like this group because of all the creative, let's say, modification, taboo things we're not supposed to do to our SeeStar, apparently. Today, I'm going to show you how to take it apart, at least take the side panel off. I've been asked to show a video because I was one of the first people to do it. I'm not an expert. I'm just telling you what I learned from experience and asking around to people that I know that work on electronics. Also, the reason why I have two telescopes is because I really enjoy this telescope. I also have the smart telescope made by Vianis, which is the Stellina. They also make one called the Vespera. I am a true believer in smart telescopes because I think they put a lot of technology in a small package that allows us to do creative things. Basically, they're discovery machines. This particular unit is very well made. I'm very much impressed by what they've done to it and what it's capable of doing. So I'm going to show you how to take the side panels off. This particular side one is the optical side. This one's a bear to get off. But the other one is relatively easy to take off. So I'm going to attempt to do it here and show you how it's done. First of all, I'll show you the tools I use. This one right here is a suction cup. It's very simple. It came with a metal piece hooked to it for hanging things. I bent it up and then put this handle, makeshift handle on. I guess I could put a dowel rod on it. All I need to do is get a suction cup that's about 2 inches in diameter so you can good adhesion, you can pull up, because what's going to happen, and I'll show you here in a second, these are made by a company called iFix. There's a couple of different companies that make them, but they're basically pry bars. You can see they're plastic, they can get damaged. They're throwaways basically. So these are the pry bars, and I have a number, I think that's number 1 screwdriver, maybe number 1, number 2. Anyway, on the bottom of the unit, there's 6 screws you have to remove. I usually orientate it this way, where the battery box on this side. The power switch is over here. And let me line that up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws have to come out. The reason why you want to take the screws out is because you're going to take the suction cup and put it in the corner like this and get good suction. And you're going to pull up and flex this part up so you can get this piece underneath and pop and get into the groove so you can peel this off, or basically pry it off. Because once you get the snaps on snapping, it's like a zipper, it'll just unzip. So let me take the screws out real quick and show you the process. The screws are number 6 screws, I think, about 3/8 of an inch long. So what I'll do is I'll put you on pause here and get back. Okay, I'm back now. I'm taking out the last screw now, number 6. Okay, we're out. Okay, let's try this now. Suction cup on. And you'll see that when I go to pull up on it, it flexes. Now what I need to do is I need to get this tool underneath of it, and the direction you put it in will be from this direction, because this groove fits into a groove that's molded into the plastic component, or where the 2 pieces come together. That's the way it's designed. I don't know what the name of the type of connection is, but it's pretty interesting. So what I'll do is I'm going to turn it like this, and I'll get onto it and pull up like this. Get the flex going. Put the tool underneath like this. Pull up, get underneath it like that. There you go. There, you hear it crack? Now I'm going to take another one, and these do wear out. You got to be careful because they'll wear out. Put another one. I'll crack this open. Get to the center here. And carefully pull up there. See that? Popped open. Put another one up here, a little bit farther down. It's kind of like taking a tire off a rim on a car or a bicycle. And then you get it and you start to unzip it. There you go. I could have been a little bit more gentle on that, but there it is. And you can see the snaps are right here. These little squares, see that? And they flex out of the way just enough to make contact with these little, let me see if I get the ones on there right. These little nubs in here. See the ribbings right here? These ribbings all the way around keep the thing stiff, so when you squeeze it, it don't crush. And the combination, I think, of those 2 elements together around the perimeter cause a very strong bond or fit without using screws. So once you're in there, voila, there you are. I'm going to point out some things while we're in here. I have some pictures online, lots of pictures I've taken. Let me take the suction cupping off. Okay, you see here, right over here is where your power cord goes in, your data line, or for USB-C. You have the worm gear up here for the altitude. There's the control board here. There's a speaker right here. You see there's the motors are belt driven, the worm gear, well, off of a stepper motor. This cable here I'm really leery of because it's a flat cable. It's captured in it. I have not taken it apart. I'm not going to. There's a sensor up here for positioning. There's a little ring on the worm gear that has a slot. You see it's blank right here, but there's a piece of plastic here, and it goes between an optical eye. Basically senses home position. There's a reset button down here for the Wi-Fi. Here's the power button. You see the power. You see the panel here with the power button, the lights, and everything. And then down underneath, we found out just today or a couple days ago that the worm gear is 70 millimeters in diameter, and it's 78 millimeters in diameter, the one down the base, and it's also 8 millimeters thick. There is a metal bearing or surface. So that tells me that all indications to me suggests is that they thought about making this thing an EQ mounted telescope, or at least have the option for. Maybe another version, like a pro version or something, they just built in, because they added elements in it. Like here's the Wi-Fi Bluetooth chip, the transmitter, and there's talk about extending this range out by putting an external antenna out here, and then by desoldering one of the chips here, or one of the resistors, and putting a connector on, soldering a connector on here, a certain type of connector that lays flat, and then running a short cable to a hole that has a mounted coax connector, like a antenna you can screw on. I want to show you this stuff while I'm in here, so you get a feeling for the lay of the land. Okay. Let me see what else. Well, I'll put it back together now, I guess. So put it back together. You start at the top. Just put it in position like this, and get it worked on the top first, and the side, and you'll hear it snap. It's kind of like anything that's plastic. There she goes, and it's snapped in place. Oh, turned on too. Now all I gotta do is put the screws back in, and she's all set. I'll spare the time it takes to screw the screws in by hitting pause again. Okay, I'm back. Got all the screws back in. I want to make a strong point of something. You could pop open the side by putting the suction cup on, and you might be tempted to put a butter knife or a plastic knife or something underneath to pry it open. Just get these things. They're on Amazon. You can buy it at Micro Center in kits. I'll put a link up, or maybe I have Kai put a link up, but basically they're soft, and they won't mar it all up and damage things. If you put anything like a metal piece or something, you might slip or something. I found out, you saw how quickly it went in when I put it in. It kind of got away from me a little bit, but I know there's nothing really right there exactly to break, so I wasn't too concerned. But that's pretty much the teardown. I hope you enjoy, and please comment. You have a great day. I'm looking forward to the talk tomorrow on Sunday. Thank you very much. And remember, clear skies.